Alright, so today let's try to land this euphoria and fear, and I'll try to guide you through this really complicated market structure on the crypto, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum. In overview, let's answer the question, is it real that this biggest bull market is coming or not, and where we need to expect the impulses on the altcoins, on Ethereum, or on the Bitcoin. So let's jump straight into the charts and analyze the market from the structure perspective. What do we see here? We have two charts, Ethereum and a Bitcoin. First of the thing that the full impulses which one is begin from the Bitcoin, it's already done its job. And to expect some impulses from the Bitcoin, from the structure perspective, I don't think it's proper way. It is not correct way. But meanwhile, if we talk about Ethereum, which is just in August, retested the all-time high, we saw some kind of downtrend where the sell-off happened, most likely because every time when the solid chart reached the all-time high from the bear market, close to all-time high, there's a lot of selling pressure, and those sellers are not dumb. Those sellers are doing the proper job. That's the target one. So that happens on the Bitcoin over here at the 69,000, and that happens on Ethereum. But we need to understand that it happens in completely different time frames, because that happens in the August 2025 on Ethereum, and this happens in around March 2024, right? So basically, we have two charts, and most of the people are used to see that Bitcoin and Ethereum goes in the same direction. They do actually, but it is not like if the Bitcoin gonna pumps like 50%, Ethereum gonna follow this 50%, right? Sometimes it's happening when the market is kind of making impulse, right? And meanwhile, the Ethereum is doing some kind of correctional bounce, right? And when the Bitcoin just corrects a little bit, the Ethereum have massive downtrend. So basically, they move in the same direction, but with the different percentage, right? Ups and down. So that's how the liquidity works. And currently, what did you see? All this bull market, we are seeing just the Bitcoin is pumping. So our narrative and everything is complete. The capital is focusing on the Bitcoin, right? From the 2022. But now something is shifting, and this is what you need to spend attention. And this is what I want to spend attention, I would say. First of the thing, the major thing, what I want to mention is the last impulse, which has happened from the April towards October. On the both of the charts, look at that, Bitcoin's impulse, and look at that, the Ethereum's impulse. So here we see what? Both of the charts actually increasing in the price, but the percentage is completely different, and the stage is completely different. Because meanwhile, both of the charts are kind of pumping. The Ethereum pumps from 1,400 towards 5K. Meanwhile, Bitcoin just doing from 80K towards 120K. So that's the several percent of the growth. And what happened next? And that's the most important answer over here. After the market start to reverse and both of the charts start to doing correctional movement, the Bitcoin retracement, Bitcoin went full retracement of this impulse, almost. We cannot say that this is impulse correction because that's a pretty deep one. So we can say that this impulse is fully retraced by the correction. Meanwhile, the same impulse which has happened from April towards October, the Ethereum made just a proper correctional zone. If we take a Fibonacci, put on the beginning and the end of this impulse, you can see that we are trading in the 0.5, 0.6 area by Fibonacci. That's the correctional level actually. So you see those both charts, and this is actually telling us what? That Ethereum is making correction, and we can expect the continuation of the impulse. Meanwhile, Bitcoin made full retracement, and what we can actually chase, I would say, or try to say, that at least we will see some bounce, right? So it is not proper way, for my opinion, to say that Bitcoin is going right now, break the all-time high going higher, but that's still possibility. Of course, there is such kind of possibility, and everything can happen. But from the risk perspective, to bet and take a longs, for my opinion, it is not good thing to do. And this is why I'm not gonna long the Bitcoin. So what is the conclusion of this story? It is telling us that money flows into Ethereum. This means that liquidity right now is focusing on Ethereum. Meanwhile, Bitcoin are just creating for us heavy price action. A major answer for where our focus should be for my opinion, my focus currently is on Ethereum and altcoins. I would say the altcoins is pretty early even, because Ethereum has to break the all-time high. The new money should to enter the ecosystem. So right now we are still trading below the previous all-time high, and everything, whatever trades here, it is not really interesting. The interesting becomes when we start to break it. And that breakout, I'm expecting to happen from this area, right? That would be the target. So if we take a, once again, Fibonacci, the targets are pretty clear. That's a 0.5, 0.6 area. So around 2,500 towards 2,200. In this area, we might see a little bit more deeper correction and then pump. But we already retested minimum targets, 0.3, almost touched the 0.5. So anytime soon that reversal can happen. For currently, I don't see on the smaller time frame any kind of confirmation to take some longs, right? Because the structure is pretty ugly on the smaller time frame. But my focus is on a spot backs, because we are expecting the Ethereum to begin the major impulse. So where we are right now, currently in a cycle perspective, Bitcoin and Ethereum and crypto, I believe we are in a rotation stage where the Ethereum try to catch up the Bitcoin, and most likely is gonna outperform the Bitcoin next months. I don't know how long it's gonna take. We know that there is like cycle stuff, but the cycle theory will end in 23 days. So if in the 23 days the Ethereum will break all-time high and showing us some kind of top, that it means the cycle, 4-year cycle, still in play. But if not, we might see some extended cycle. Or the third part is that Ethereum not gonna see the bull market and we're not gonna break the all-time high. But for some reason, I don't believe that scenario. I more believe that we are going to break it. More likely that it's gonna be extended cycle than the cycle actually ends, because we didn't see the major rotation and the major activation of the Ethereum ecosystem. So that's my logic behind of this analysis. Do you understand? Yeah, in time perspective, that's not really good, because like already more than 10 years, those two assets following this 4-year cycle, but somewhere the analysis is gonna change. So that might be happening right now. But I'm not saying that it's for sure gonna happen, because we still have 23 days, right? 24 days. That's a lot for crypto, because in 10 days the picture can change completely, right? So we're still waiting. The Ethereum is in a very juicy zone. I personally do not accumulate because I already bought the spot back. My concentration is right now to leverage, to open the leverage position if the market will allows me. So the answer, is it the bull market is coming or not? For my opinion, there is the chance for that, and the chances are pretty high comparing what was like 2 years ago. So for my opinion, if I believe that bull market is coming 2 years ago, now is more likely that it's coming. For the altcoins, I mean, the Bitcoin is in the bull run already a long time of period. It grew from $15,000 to 126. That's pretty massive gains, right? But bull market with retails, when they enter in the retails, in the projects who's concentrating to onboard the retails, they are coming. So for my opinion, that's the season is beginning right now. The season of the Ethereum, and then the liquidity flows into the crypto market, the rest of the crypto market. So that's my opinion. Bitcoin, I'm not trading, I'm not doing any decisions. If I will be the holder of the Bitcoin, I will partly long time ago already sold. I still hold some long position, which one I opened the 55K. Right over here, but most of the position are already closed. So I got a small amount. If the market will do some miracle stuff and go to $1 million, I will be thankful and take some profits. If not, I will just close it at the 55K where I enter it, right? The last position. So the focus on Ethereum and the rest of the altcoins. For my opinion, the spot backs where I'm accumulating, I did accumulate some altcoins a few days ago, because I believe they are really in a juicy price action, in the price range. But Ethereum, no. Ethereum already made some really great gains, and now we just expecting the continuation of the uptrend. So that's my opinion. If you like my analysis, if you like the way how I look at the charts, subscribe to the channel, press that likes, and join our Telegram channel. There I share completely for free all the stories of my trading. So see you in the next, and see you next. And by the way, yeah, I got a really good idea about our community, so I'm gonna announce it soon in our Telegram channel. So don't forget to jump in. See you next, and bye bye.